But for now, I want to introduce Bob Wilson. Bob is the Georgia Director for the National Safety Council, Atlanta office, and Bob is also the Chairman of our board for Operation Lifesaver in Georgia. Bob.
Great, thank you, Jenny. As you've already heard, there are a lot of organizations, a lot of agencies that have been working already for decades to improve safety and reduce the number of injuries and fatalities on our roadways. We are very happy to be part of this initiative to increase the awareness out there. The National Safety Council has been working hard for 99 years now to reduce unintentional injuries. Motor vehicle crashes are the #1 unintentional injury that are killing folks on and off the job. #1 cause for injuries and fatalities across this nation, and something that we need to do something about. For the most part, while the folks represented here today fully understand, but many of our individuals in our population still don't pay attention to roadway crashes like they should, because they're happening 1 and 2 at a time, rather than 100 at a time when a major airline crash occurs. But we're killing 100 people every day on our highways, and it's, for the most part, they're all preventable. And by working together, we can make a difference there. Through engineering, we've come a long way with front and side airbags in our cars, electronic stability control, anti-lock brakes, many other features that are already on vehicles. And then coming down the road, and in some cases already here, future engineering such as automatic braking systems, better night vision, lane departure warning systems, pedestrian detection, and many other features will help drive those numbers down further. But the one thing that we need to all continue to work on is the behavior of the driver behind the wheel. We're making some progress with increased seatbelt use, child safety seat increase, but we still have a ways to go. We still need to address speeding and aggressive driving. We still need to address alcohol and drug use and distracted driving, specifically cell phone and texting while behind the wheel of a car. Our GDL laws are making a difference both here in Georgia and across the country, and we need to continue to emphasize the GDL laws to make a difference out there. Another challenge that we have here in Georgia, as well as around the country, is an aging population. And older drivers face unique problems with lighting and signage that we need to continue to work on to make a difference there. Engineering such as roundabouts and traffic circles are helping. Rumble strips are helping. There are a lot of different things out there, but through collaboration and partnership, through education, through enforcement, through engineering, legislation, improvements to our emergency care system, we are driving the numbers down. We are making a difference. We can learn from each other, both locally, nationally, and globally. And together we can make a difference as we work towards 0 deaths. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. And let me just take this opportunity to thank you for all that you do for Operation Lifesaver Railroad Safety in Georgia. You've been a big proponent and so helpful to all of us. Just this morning, before I introduce our next speaker, this is also National Youth Traffic Safety Month, NOYS, and they sent out an email this morning, and I thought it was particularly of interest because they're pointing out from, and I know you know this, Director Blackwood, from the 2009 FARS statistics, that, and Terry, this I'm sure you know also, but during the first 4 summer months, May through August, nearly twice the number of youth die on our roadways. May through August. And of course, the first thing that popped in my mind, they're out of school, doing fun activities and so on, and again, maybe making unwise choices that we know can happen. But I thought that might be of interest to you. I don't know why I hadn't heard that before. Now I want to introduce to you a lady from the Georgia Federation of Women's Clubs, General Federation of Women's Clubs. Through all of these years, when I was a young chick, I was a member of the Sandy Springs Junior Women's Club under the Federation when I moved here to Atlanta. And it was while I was with that club and a Girl Scout leader that I started the Be a Buckler Safety Club, intending it to be only for the 18 girls in my Girl Scout troop to teach them why it was important to buckle up. As we know, it's kind of mushroomed. It's even in 5 other countries. So we're going strong, and it's so simple. And after our speaker comes up, she's going to introduce a sweetheart of a young lady, a teenager, who wrote the Be a Buckler book when she was only 13. And she's going to talk to us a little bit and give us the Be a Buckler pledge. But first, I'd like to call up Patty Hosea.
I'm bringing company when I speak. Y'all come over here. See. As Jenny said, good morning. I'm Patty Hosea, Public Issues Chairman for the Georgia Federation of Women's Clubs. And we are proud. I've been so lucky to be working with Jenny since I started my chairmanship. And we are proud to be a participant in the United Nations Decade of Action for Road Safety 2011 to 2020 and appreciate being invited here this morning at the official launch for Georgia. Our federation is comprised of women who volunteer their time and make their communities better and safer, and we have been in existence since October of 1896. Today, we are approximately 150 clubs and 5,000 members, and as you can see, Hannah is a daughter of one of our members as well, so we start them young. Throughout the next decade, our members are committed to conducting safety projects within the communities all over Georgia. In fact, a project was being conducted right now in Oconee County by one of our clubs. And here with us today, we do have Miss Hanna Walters, as Jenny said, and the Be a Buckler, as representatives of the International Be a Buckler Safety Program. Hannah wrote the book, Safety with Be a Buckler, and just finished reading it to an elementary school before coming here. So she has led a busy day. And Jenny talked about, she did the Be a Buckler and started out in 1969. We are very proud to have this as part of our Georgia heritage. And we salute the United Nations for their initiatives, but also congratulate Governor Deal and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety for their support of highway traffic safety in our state. Thank you, and I'm going to let Hannah speak.
Okay, well, as all of you know, we've talked about this morning, and I'm sure all of you know, driver behaviors is the hardest way to encourage road safety. So I always try when I read the book to encourage people to do the Be a Buckler pledge so that we can all be in the road safety spirit. So let's all say the pledge. Raise your right hand. Okay, you can repeat after me. I promise to be a buckler at all times and to encourage others to use safety belts by setting a good example. Thank you.
The bee, of course, can't talk, but we happen to know that it's Hannah's friend, Emily, in there. And Emily, I know you're getting pretty warm, so we're going to cut this short. I just want to thank you again. This has been a wonderful launch. I'm sure that all of our people up in Washington, D.C. who are doing a big launch up there, I believe that the NHTSA administrator is at that launch this morning and other dignitaries. And I'm sure they're going to be so pleased that Georgia took the lead in conducting a statewide launch here in Atlanta this morning. So again, thank you all so much for being here. Yeah, we need to take a group photo, so maybe come up behind me and we'll sort of line up.